Greetings all, Joseph Kursky here to describe how you access the data for one of the suite of 10 public domain data lessons. This one's on zebra mussels. Jill Clark and I do not want to give you the data in a nice, tidy package. We want you to actually get it from the source so you can grapple with the different formats and different projections and the different portals that are serving the data. So let me briefly describe what you're actually going to download and use. First of all, from a couple of the USGS pages, you're going to get some small scale data for counties and some other themes or layers of data. So for example, you're going to go out and get this small scale data set. I'm going to do a search on county in that small scale data set. And in that list of data layers, you're going to actually see a couple of things. You're going to see the metadata. You can download the metadata, but you don't want to do that here. You want to look at the metadata and understand where the data came from, but I want you to actually get the data itself. So here you're going to get the county shapefile, the shapefile for the county boundaries. You're going to download that. You're going to unzip it. You're going to bring it into ArcGIS Pro. Ditto for a couple of other data layers. Here is the actual FGDC, Federal Geographic Data Committee metadata, but down lower is the actual shapefile in a tar.gz format, but you should be able to use WinZip or other unzipping programs to unpack that file that you get when you download. Also, you're going to get a couple of other layers from that same zone: federal land, state boundaries, and also streams and water bodies. You're going to get the wilderness data from another source. So that's how you get some of the data, most of the data actually, for this particular lesson, which asks you to investigate the distribution and spread of zebra mussels and invasive aquatic species over space and time. So a lot of it is in this USGS science-based catalog zone. Okay, lots of data in there, and I invite you to explore other layers if you've got time. And similarly with streams and water bodies, you're going to get a tar.gz, in other words, a zipped file. Why is it important that you get streams and water bodies? Well, because zebra mussels are an aquatic species. They live in lakes and rivers, and so having the streams and water bodies will help us understand the distribution and spread of those zebra mussels. Now, you need the zebra mussels themselves. It's not on the same sort of base layer zone at the USGS. It's actually on another place at the US Geological Survey, and you're going to go to this place, the non-indigenous aquatic species page at the USGS. You're going to begin here, and from that page you're going to scroll down a bit to the zebra and quagga mussels page. All right, let's go to that zebra and quagga mussels page right now and see how we can get the actual data points for the observations of those zebra mussels. We're going to go to the point map zone. It's going to give us a viewer. Many of these portals have a map viewer. We don't want to just look at it on their portal, though. We actually want to download it and bring it into ArcGIS Pro for further study, further analysis. So we're going to actually download that. We're going to get a zip file. You can see the other files that we actually have stored on my local device right now, and you will have stored on your local device. And then later on, you're going to bring that into ArcGIS Pro for analysis. So let's talk briefly about some of the workflow to do that. Here is the lesson itself. Again, you're going to get about 5 different layers, including the zebra and quagga mussels. You're going to get 4 different base layers, and then maybe 5 different base layers, and then 1 zebra and quagga mussels layer. Okay, so the base layers, and what I mean by that is the hydro, the county boundaries, etc., the state lines, they're going to be shapefiles or geodatabases. So you're going to be able to add those as feature classes inside a geodatabase that you set up on your local device. And once you do that, you're going to have to deal with something else that's commonly done in the GIS. You're going to have to deal with map projections. Basically, the bottom line is you're going to need to be working in a established map projection in your GIS projects. Why? Because you want your measurements, your analysis to be accurate, and you can't be working in non-projected space. It's just not accurate enough for your purposes. So you want to be able to project the data into an established map projection. So you'll do that. You'll bring in the feature layers as themes or layers inside your geodatabase, and you're going to be able to view it and then analyze it in ArcGIS Pro. Make graphs and charts, as you can see here, with it. But the zebra and quagga mussels is a CSV. It's a comma separated value. It's a table. It's not a geodatabase. And the reason why is because that's the way it's stored online. So you're going to be able to create a feature class from it, but you're going to have to import the CSV as a table first into ArcGIS Online so you can start analyzing it. That is, in a nutshell, what you're going to do with the data for this particular lab on zebra and quagga mussels. Thanks.